Hey guys, in today's Off the Cuff, we'll be looking at the Marlin Daily Bottleneck Cuff. Alright, so called because they were made by the Marlin Firearms Company in New Haven, Connecticut, and the bottleneck comes from the shape of the lock case, shaped kind of like a bottle. Okay, I only have 2 examples of these in the collection. These are the later versions, which came with a really cool and very unusual swivel connection right there. These still have an awful lot of the plating on them. I really like these a lot. And my more recent edition, meaning like 6 months ago, of an early model. The early models had the 3-link chain connection. Okay, there was an even earlier model of this where the bottle part was really thick and much bigger. Okay, they also came, I'm told, in a 3-way, which meant that there was 3 cuffs connected, but that was with the 3-link chain and a leg iron, which I do not have. Now this is the early version in my collection, and check out the key. Let's see if we can get that in focus. There's 2 prongs, and the key is also hollow, and it goes down over the post with this unusual keyway, and the 2 prongs engage in the mechanism, and as you can see, the bows have notches on both sides because the spring actually pinches against the bow that way, and the key basically just separates it. It forces the spring apart. Okay, probably not explaining this as well, but you can feel around in there when you put the key in. Okay, goes in, turns down, kind of reminds me a little bit of Matatuck, and boom, and you can see through. There you go. Through the hole in the lock case where the bow goes. Okay, you could set these so that they would be unlocked. They're adjustable to any size wrist pretty much. And just by removing the key, boom, there you have it. Let's take a look at the newer version. Some of the keys also had 2 prongs sticking out the sides where you'd go in a little bit, turn, and then open. My newer version, I won these in a phone bid. Like, I seem to win a lot of stuff, and when I got them, I had to repair this one side. I had to create my own machine screw. I didn't do that bad of a job of it. Basically take the lock apart because it was all funky. But I did fix it, and you can't, I gotta file that screw down a little bit still. But I left it there so I can tell which side I worked on. See the set screw? Little machine, it's really teeny tiny, and the threads are really small. And the side that I fixed, I purposely left that screw out a little bit. Okay. Made in New Haven, Connecticut. And again, there's not really that much to tell about these cuffs. One of the reasons I like them so much is because these are the cuffs that Festus carried in the old Gunsmoke TV show. You guys remember that? It's back on MeTV now. So I would also like to get a set of the earliest model with the big, extremely thick lock case so that you could really tell the difference, because these are almost identical in size. There's just a little bit, this is a little thicker down here on the early model. Okay, like you can, let me hold it this way so you can see. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of a difference, and also The later model, because of the connecting swivel, this is the later model, it's longer. The blood and guts of the cuffs are pretty much identical in size, but the swivel attachment makes these cuffs longer. See? Again, you can see the posts. Okay. And, you know, obviously my older ones, they're scratched up a bit, but they're still cool. I really like these cuffs because they're so unusual. And let me show you something. And the neat thing is, you know, I know that not all collectors are escape artists, but so you might not even ever put these things on. When you put this on your wrist, they're actually one of the more comfortable handcuffs. You know, if I was a prisoner back in the Old West, these would be the most comfortable cuffs you could be placed in because everything's round. There's no sharp edges. Nothing catches anywhere. You know, you're never going to get cut. And, even the only problem would be if they tightened them too much. But it's really, it's a secure cuff. It's very unusual. And it's really easy to tell when, if you look in pictures and photographs and stuff of the Old West, you can always tell these from other cuffs just because of that odd shape, okay? Later on, we'll go into another bottle cuff, but there is a difference because it doesn't have the teeth on both sides of the bow. And once again, to unlock, hollow key, and put it down in there. You can feel that the prongs get into where they need to be. There's like a little rotating. There we go. And watch, what I'll do now is, I hope you can see, I'm going to take the key and arm it. There we go. And you'll see the springs on the sides. Ready? Okay. I don't know if you can see the springs. Well, that's about it for this edition of Off the Cuff, where we looked at the Marlins. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in next time, and we'll take a look at another pair of cuffs in the collection.